Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasser Saeed. And oh my goodness, you guys have been bombarding me with a lot of questions. Let's address these one by one. So starting off, point number one, an accent, whether British or American, will give me good marks. No. You are not going to be judged based on your accent. It is not possible for you to have an American or a British accent if you have been residing your entire life in a non-native English-speaking country like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Singapore, or any other country for that matter. Let's put this to an end. Myth number two, giving IELTS on some specific dates can result in high band score. This is the most absurd and the most irrelevant question that I got. And it just makes me wonder, who are these people giving this stupid advice? Let me make it clear. There are two things that are going to count when it comes to a high band score. The first thing is how well you are prepared. And number two is your ability to take the stress and do the test in one sitting. IELTS, which is jointly owned by IDP and British Council, has the same standard of checking, of invigilation, and of testing all across the world. So it does not matter which part of the world you belong to, which date you go and give your IELTS exam. It is not going to change unless you do these two things that I've already mentioned in the earlier part of this video. Number one, be well prepared and have a good understanding of the test format. And number two, you should know how to handle stress and have good stamina of doing the entire paper in one sitting. Now, on to myth number three. The more I write, the better? No. Who told you? Who told you to write more than 300 words? Who told you to write more than 200 words? You're not going to write anything over 200 for part one and never for over 300 for part two. Don't write more. As long as it is following all of those marking criteria, as long as it is a minimum of 150 words well written and a minimum of 250 words well written for both part one and two, you do not need to do anything else. Trust me, that is enough. And the more you write, there are chances that you can actually lower your band score, because the more you write, the higher the chances of making grammatical and spelling mistakes. I have already clarified it in the beginning, so please do not make this mistake. All right, point number four, using bigger, complex, fancy vocabulary is going to help me improve my score. No, it's not going to, but that does not mean that you stop learning vocabulary. You need to have a solid understanding of synonyms, but you're not going to use every synonym for every word. You're not going to bombard your test. You're not going to forcefully insert all of those words while speaking and while writing. When it comes to writing, using these fancy words, it's not going to get you anywhere. Why? You're just trying to make yourself a bit more confident. You're trying to sound off a bit more confident without actually being confident. If you go to a lot of other YouTube channels, there is one by the name of IELTS Daily. The girl's name is Saskia. And if you listen to her IELTS Band 9 mock speaking test, she is not using any of the fancy words. In fact, I did not use any fancy word. You need to have a good understanding of vocabulary, but using fancy, complex, difficult words is actually going to make things harder, not just for you, but also for your examiner. So please avoid this at all costs. Okay, last but not the least, this is the most absurd one. I've been getting this question a lot from my students, from people in the comments, and just asking me queries through WhatsApp. And that is, sir, should we use personal examples as an evidence to support our arguments? There is no definite yes or a no answer to this question. And let me give you a solid reason why. If you go to the IELTS official website, the link for which I'm going to share here, it is going to clear the air of all confusions. You can use it, you cannot use it. It totally depends upon you, as long as, point number one, 250 words are met. Point number two, your logic is clear. Point number three, the paragraph is well structured. Point number four, the vocabulary is there. Point number five, it is clear, it has coherence in it. And even if you don't use your own personal examples, Who knows, you may get an even 9. And even if you use your personal examples, but you fail to fulfill all of the other marking criteria, you may not even get a 7. So you should learn to balance it. And anyone who's trying to teach you and force you down your throat that you do not have to use your personal examples at all, it's not the way how it works. You have a choice while writing part 2, the answer for part 2, that you can give examples. If you don't want to give examples from your personal experience, that is also fine, as long as I mentioned earlier, the rest of the marking criteria is fulfilled. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, supporting me on my channel. Do let me know in the comments, how did you like it? And what sort of videos do you want me to produce on my channel in the coming future? I also have a TikTok and a Facebook private page that you can join. Sorry, not a page, it's a private group that you can join. And there will be some exclusive content over there. What I want to do really right now is to ensure that most of my free content is actually better than the paid content of other mentors, because there is no such thing as secret. It's just knowing the right format. It's just having solid understanding of the paper, and it's your luck as well. Sometimes luck also works out, but then again, luck favors those who are well prepared. With that being said, have a great day or night, whatever part of the world you live in. Take care. Bye-bye.